Jakubets is a true 21st century criminal.
They named their company Evil Corp.
He's earned his place on the FBI's list of the world's most wanted cyber criminals.
Accused Maxim Yakubets of running a global hacking group called Evil Corp. Yakubets is accused of working for Russian intelligence.
With the stroke of a key and the click of a mouse, committed cyber crimes across the globe.
In May 2020, the law firm Grubman, Shire, Meiselas and Sachs experienced their worst nightmare. Their computer systems had been hacked, and 756 gigabytes of their data had been stolen, including the dirty secrets of their clients: Lady Gaga, Elton John, Donald Trump, Bono, Nicki Minaj, and many more. 4 months later, in September, Banco Estado, one of the biggest banks in Chile, was forced to shut down all of their branches after being hacked. The same year, foreign exchange company Travelex was shut down and went bankrupt after being hacked, causing thousands of people to lose their jobs. Also in 2020, GPS company Garmin had all of their files stolen and had to pay hackers $10 million to get them back. All of these hacks happened in 1 year, but that was not the only thing they had in common. All of these hacks were perpetrated by one organization, Evil Corp. Evil Corp is a Russian hacking company that brings in over $100 million per year. The founder and CEO of Evil Corp is a Russian man named Maxim Yakubets. It's said that Evil Corp has generated over $1 billion from hacking. Yakubets and his hacking company is feared all over the world. Despite the American FBI and the British NCA going after him, he lives openly in Russia, flaunting his wealth. So, how did this baby-faced hacker become the most feared man on the internet? Maxim Yakubets was born in 1987 in Ukraine. Even though he looks incredibly young, he's actually 34. Very little is known about his early life. But it seems that when the Soviet Union fell and computers began getting popular, he familiarized himself very fast. He quickly taught himself how to code, but after realizing there wasn't much money to be made programming in Russia, he decided to use his skills for evil. A few years later, and Maxim had become infamous. He is now regarded as the El Chapo of the cybercrime world. The only difference is, while El Chapo sits behind bars, Maxim Yakubets lives freely and openly, flaunting his wealth and power. In 2020, the FBI announced a $5 million bounty on his head. Yakubets and Evil Corp have been hacking for some time, but it was in 2020 when they made headlines worldwide and caught the attention of intelligence agencies all over the world. This was because of a malware they made known as Dridex. Dridex is a form of malware that specializes in stealing bank credentials. Victims are sent an email with an attachment of a Word or Excel document. After they download this, every single keystroke they make is logged. The information is then sent back to Evil Corp, meaning that they know everything the person's typed, from passwords and bank details to private and sensitive messages. In 2020, Evil Corp infiltrated Dridex into 150,000 computers worldwide. They targeted individuals, but also big companies too. They held their victims to ransom. Evil Corp said they would publish their victims' private data unless they were paid millions of dollars. The entertainment law firm Grubman, Shire, Meiselas and Sachs were asked to pay $21 million. Otherwise, their celebrity clients' dirty secrets would be made public, destroying the law firm's reputation in the process. They did the same thing to Banco Estado, one of the top 3 biggest banks in Chile. Travelex and Garmin were also 2 of their major victims. They demanded tens of millions of dollars from these companies. And yes, many of them did pay up. But true to their name, Evil Corp don't just target big corporations. They also targeted schools, hospitals, and retirement centers too. That's right, taxpayer money was paid to this hacking group. Evil Corp have also hacked many major American banks. For example, Bank of America, California Bank and Trust, Bank of Albuquerque, First Federal Savings Bank, and many more. The mastermind of these hacks, Maxim Yakubets, goes by the pseudonym Aqua Online. In Russia, he is famous for his flamboyant millionaire lifestyle. It seems he operates above the law. He has a camouflage Lamborghini and a camouflage Audi. In leaked videos, he is seen driving around doing donuts. And he even does this on public streets. Police sometimes question him about this, but when they realize who he is, they always let him go. It seems Yakubets really likes to show off how he's above the law. The license plate of his Lamborghini reads BOP, which is Russian for thief. Not only does he not hide his criminal exploits, he shows them off so everyone knows. Maxim Yakubets also owns Nissan GTRs and Mustangs, and many luxury homes in Moscow and St. Petersburg, two of Russia's most expensive cities. Yakubets also buys exotic pets. For example, he owns a baby tiger. These can cost thousands of dollars. In 2019, Yakubets spent $400,000 on a luxury wedding for himself and his wife. But it's this wedding that reveals so much about Yakubets more than his luxury lifestyle. Let me explain. Yakubets married Alyona Benderskaya. Her father is a former officer of the elite forces of the FSB, that is, Russia's version of the CIA, and many say that Yakubets has connections to the FSB, so there's a pretty good chance that Yakubets works for the Russian government. This would explain a lot. For example, how he's able to live as a criminal so publicly. The FBI was able to gain video of Maxim Yakubets' wedding. Yakubets had told the videographer to not film his face, but many of the high-profile guests were caught on camera, and they included millionaires, politicians, and people in the FSB. It's safe to say Maxim Yakubets is very well connected. Maxim's wife also owns several companies. For example, many luxury clothing stores in Russia. But what sets Evil Corp apart from all of the other hacking groups in the world? Well, think of Evil Corp like the McDonald's of hacking companies. Most hacking companies are very small and independent, but Evil Corp operates like a franchise. They have many random people all over the world hacking for them. Evil Corp provides these hackers with information and advice, and in exchange, the hackers give a percentage of their profits to Evil Corp. That's how they bring in $100 million every year. But Maxim Yakubets is only getting started. He states that he wants to bring in $1 billion a year from hacking. This would make Evil Corp one of the most valuable companies in the world, and possibly the biggest criminal company on Earth. There are various high-ranking members of Evil Corp which have been identified. One of the key members is Yevgeny Mikhailovich Bogachev. He is a programmer who writes the codes to compromise banking systems. Another key member is Igor Turashev. He is said to be second in command after Maxim Yakubets. Alexei Tikhonov is another high-ranking member. He is a programmer who hacks banks. Another member is Ivan Viktorovich Klepikov. He manages the technical aspects of Evil Corp. And the final high-ranking member we know of is Yakoslav Igorovich Penyakov. He is the money manager of Evil Corp. Tens of thousands of companies are infected by Evil Corp viruses every year, and the average ransom payment per company is $260,000. With this happening at such a big scale, you can see how Evil Corp brings in $100 million a year. Evil Corp also run various cybercriminal forums. They use this as a way to recruit new members and affiliates. They recently made a deposit of $1 million. This was to recruit new members of Evil Corp. Another way Evil Corp makes millions is via data auction. This is where Evil Corp steal hundreds of gigabytes of data. They then auction off this stolen data to the highest bidder. They do all of their transactions in Monero cryptocurrency, a cryptocurrency which is much more secure and private than Bitcoin. It's safe to say Evil Corp is the most dangerous criminal organization in the cyber world. But Evil Corp have made some mistakes along the way. For example, they advertised one of their viruses named Zeus on the black market. They did this using criminal forums, but they did not always mask their IP addresses very well. This led to the FBI identifying various members of Evil Corp, including the founder and CEO Maxim Yakubets. But just because Evil Corp has been identified, this does not mean they will face justice anytime soon. It seems they're completely protected by the Russian government, either because they have links to the Russian government or because they're working for them in some way. After all, Maxim Yakubets' father-in-law is a high-ranking FSB member. His father-in-law also operates various companies, including a company that provides security for the Iraqi military, and a Russian oil company as well. So even though Maxim Yakubets and Evil Corp have been identified, it's unlikely they will face justice anytime soon, and they may well achieve their plans to make $1 billion annually. Whatever happens, it's safe to say we haven't heard the last of Evil Corporation, or its flamboyant founder, Maxim Yakubets. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Do you think the FBI will ever take down Evil Corp? Leave me a comment down below.